Emma Chun had what everyone called a perfect life. She was 35 years old. She had been married for 10 years to David, her college sweetheart. They lived in a beautiful house. David was a successful lawyer. Emma ran a small bakery that she loved. They were planning to start a family life. Was good, or so Emma thought. One Tuesday afternoon, Emma came home early from her bakery. She wanted to surprise David with his favorite cake. She walked into their house calling his name. "David, I'm home early." No answer. Then she heard voices upstairs, laughing. A woman's voice. A voice she recognized. Emma walked up the stairs slowly. Her heart was pounding. She pushed open their bedroom door. David was there, but he wasn't alone. He was with Jessica, Emma's best friend. Her best friend since high school. The woman Emma trusted more than anyone. Emma dropped the cake. It crashed on the floor. David and Jessica jumped apart. "Emma," David said, "I can explain." But Emma couldn't speak. She couldn't breathe. She just stood there, frozen. Her husband, her best friend, together in her bedroom. "How long?" Emma finally whispered. David looked at the floor. 2 years, he said quietly. 2 years. While Emma was working at her bakery, David and Jessica were betraying her. While Emma was planning their future, they were destroying it. Emma felt like her world was ending, and in many ways, it was. The next week was a nightmare. Emma moved into a small apartment. She couldn't afford to stay in the house. David was the one with the big salary. Emma's bakery made money, but not much. She had always relied on David's income. Now she had nothing. Then the worst news came. David wanted a divorce, and he wanted to keep the house and half of Emma's bakery. "But I built that bakery," Emma told her lawyer. "I know," the lawyer said, "but legally, it's marital property. He can claim half of it." Emma felt like she was drowning. She had lost her husband. She had lost her best friend. Now she was losing her business too, and her money. The divorce took everything. David got the house. He got half the value of Emma's bakery. Emma had to take out a loan just to pay him his share. After the divorce was final, Emma had $23,000 in debt. She had a tiny apartment. She had a bakery that was struggling, and she had a heart that felt completely broken. So me. Mornings, Emma couldn't get out of bed. What was the point? Everything she had worked for was gone. Her mother called every day. "Emma, you need to eat. You need to sleep. You need to keep going." But Emma didn't want to keep going. She wanted to disappear. One night, Emma was sitting in her empty apartment. She was looking at her bank account, -$200. She started crying. Then her phone rang. It was an unknown number. "Hello?" Emma answered. "Hi. Is this Emma Chun?" a woman's voice asked. "Yes," Emma said. "My name is Lisa. I own a coffee shop downtown. I tried your chocolate cake once. It was the best cake I ever had. I want to sell it in my shop. Can we talk?" Emma was confused. "You want to sell my cake?" "Yes," Lisa said. "And your cookies? And your bread? I'll buy from you wholesale. Are you interested?" Emma didn't know what to say. "Yes," she finally answered. "Yes, I'm interested." That phone call changed everything. Lisa's coffee shop started buying from Emma every week. Not much at first. Just 20 cakes, 30 cookies, but it was steady income. And it was hope. For the first time in months, Emma felt like maybe, just maybe, she could survive this. Emma started working again. Really working. She woke up at 4 in the morning to bake. She delivered to Lisa's shop. Then she went to her bakery. Then she came home and developed new recipes. She worked 16 hours a day, every day, for months. The debt was still there, but slowly, very slowly, it was getting smaller. Emma was making the minimum payments. She was eating cheap food. She never went out. She never bought anything for herself. Every dollar went to paying off that debt. Then something unexpected happened. Another coffee shop called. They had tried Emma's cakes at Lisa's place. They wanted to buy from her too. Then a restaurant called. Then a catering company. Word was spreading. Emma's baking was special. People wanted it. By the end of year 1, Emma was supplying to 7 different businesses. She was working 20 hours a day. She was exhausted. But for the first time since the divorce, she was making real money. Not just surviving. Actually making money. Emma made a decision. She would expand her bakery. She took another loan. A big one. $50,000. She hired 2 employees. She bought better equipment. She doubled her production. It was a huge risk. If it failed, she would be in even more debt. But it didn't fail. It succeeded. By the end of year 2, Emma was supplying to 23 businesses. She had 6 employees. Her bakery was making a profit, a hell profit. She paid off all her divorce debt. All $23,000 gone. By the end of year 3, Emma opened a second location. By the end of year 4, she had 3 bakeries and 32 employees. Her business was making over $500,000 a year. Emma Chun, the woman who lost everything in a divorce, was now a successful business owner. But the success wasn't the most important part. The most important part was what Emma discovered about herself. She didn't need David. She didn't need Jessica. She didn't need anyone to save her. She could save herself. And she did. Today, Emma has 5 bakeries across the city. She employs 68 people. She paid off all her debt and bought her own house. It's not as big as the house she lost, but it's hers, all hers. And that makes it perfect. Emma never spoke to David or Jessica again. She didn't need to. They took her old life. So Emma built a new one. A better one. One where she was stronger, wiser, more independent, more herself. Emma's story teaches us something powerful. Betrayal can destroy you, or it can rebuild you. The choice is yours. When Emma lost everything, she could have given up. Instead, she started over. She worked harder than ever before. She built something beautiful from the ashes of her broken life. What would you do if you lost everything? Would you give up, or would you rebuild? Emma made her choice in a tiny apartment with $23,000 in debt. She chose to rebuild. What choice will you make today?